This is your boy, the Solo Traveler, coming to you guys with another video. Currently, we're live in Colombia, Medellin, and I'm actually here with my boy. Known him for over 10 years. This is his first time being here in Medellin, Colombia. Yep. And you know, I've been talking about Colombia for a long time, and I finally got him to come out here to enjoy Colombia. So I wanted to do this video to interview him about his trip, being here in Colombia for the first time. So, what we'll do is we'll get started with this. All right.
Cool beans, man.
So here's my first question that I have for him is, what was your first impression of Colombia after arriving?
After arriving, you know what? My first impression was, it was definitely skewed. I had heard so many great things about Colombia and about just the atmosphere, the culture, you know, the cuisine, even, you know, what have you. So I came in very optimistic, very positive, or what have you. And when I landed, man, it was pretty much what I thought. You know, honestly, it was a lot better, because you know, when you're looking at pictures and when you're doing things on your own, when you're looking at, you know, videos and stuff like that, it doesn't really hold a candle, you know, to actually seeing it with your own two eyes. You know, it's definitely a place that is beyond, you know, beauty. You know, the mountains, the landscape, the buildings, you know, the way that they're built on the mountains or what have you, the greenery. It's very green country, which is something that's dear to me. Actually, I'm not one of them, you know, extremists, you know, on the green tip, but it's something to look at. It's actually gorgeous, you know, compared to some of the places in the States. So I took it all in. I took it all in. The ride from the airport to the hotel or Airbnb, whatever tickles your fancy, was phenomenal. You know, going through the mountains, going through, you know, tunnels and stuff that was tunnels built through mountains, I thought was fascinating. And man, just the enjoyment, you know, the warmth against my skin, you know, coming from a cold place like Chicago, you know. So I had a great, you know, interpretation, you know, of Medellin from the beginning.
So after saying all of that, you're basically saying that after landing here in Medellin and had a chance to tour around the city, has your impression improved or has it gone down? You know, you really don't like the city as much, or do you actually enjoy it more?
No, I think it's, like I said, I think it's fascinating. I enjoy it a lot more. Again, looking at pictures, looking at video, it doesn't hold a candle. Look, you gotta come out here. You gotta see things with your own two eyes, not just for Medellin, but this is a topic of discussion. So for Medellin, you gotta come out, you gotta experience it with your own eyes, man. You gotta come in and at least, you know, somewhat immerse yourself in the culture. You know, take a chance, you know, come out, enjoy yourself, you know, be optimistic, see the sights for yourself, you know, be open-minded, and come out and breathe the air and feel the warmth of the city. And I definitely don't think you'll be disappointed.
Since you brought up culture, so tell me, how do you feel about the culture here?
Culture is interesting, man. Culture is nice. Like it is. It's nice. You know, very hospitable people. At least this has been my experience. You know, from the taxis or what have you, to the service that we received in the restaurants or what have you. The Airbnb where I stayed, you know, has been nothing short of phenomenal. You know, very hospitable. Even before I came, you know, communicating with me, almost just as excited me coming down as I was, you know, or what have you. Really making me feel at home and welcomed, or what have you. So yeah, very enjoyable experience. The culture is, it's very, very heartfelt. It's very genuine. Or what have you. So I'm, always had a good feeling, I'm trying to communicate with people or what have you, because I'm not Spanish speaking, but, I felt like, the right intent was there, speaking with them. So, hey, it's all good.
And of course you're American. So basically you see a lot of big differences or so with the cultures, or you see a lot of similarities with our culture with Colombian culture?
Big differences. Oh man, similarities. I think that of course there's going to be some similarities, considering this is the Western Hemisphere, and American culture is almost polarizing for certain areas. With Colombia, not so much. It was on the lower end, or what have you. I think that America being the melting pot that it is, I think that some things from America does filter in, but not as much as other places, other countries, or what have you. So very traditional, in a sense, or what have you, with their approach to people in general, not just tourists, or what have you, but with family, friends. From what I've seen, like I said, it's just really, really inviting, or what have you. So the culture in America is. Anybody else from America, I put it like this: I'm not gonna sit here smash America. Believe me, I'm not gonna do it. But most people know the culture in America is very aggressive, very hustle and bustle, very nonchalant, for lack of better words, or what have you. You walk down the street, nobody's saying hello to you. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, everybody's kind of mean mugging you. Or in the hustle and bustle of things. The rat race there is a lot different than it is here in Colombia. It's a lot of hustle and bustle, but no aggression. It's like no nonsense. It's all. It's all positive, and it's all like, fluid, or what have you. America is, I don't know, it's almost like a kill or be killed type attitude in America, So it is different. The feeling is different, and I will say this. I was in a predominantly tourist area, and I was in, a native area, what have you, where it wasn't many to none, no tourists. And it was the same feeling, very inviting, very friendly, or what have you. You still have to be safe, but that's anywhere you should always try to be safe. But for the most part, I had nothing negative, happening to me out here. It's been nothing but love, joy, and most likely I'd definitely be coming back.
Okay, cool. Well, so with this being your first Latin country or so, how was it for you to understand the currency that's here?
Oh, currency, not hard at all. I was told that just for the basis that I took, because everybody need that midpoint, everybody need that, that beginning, midpoint. So what I was told was like 50 mil, or what they say 50 mil or what have you, was the equivalent to like literally like $13 to $14.
Yep.
Okay.
Mil.
Yes. $13 to $14 American dollars. And it goes a long way.
And use that as your baseline, basically.
Yes, that's my baseline. That's my starting point. So anything above and below, you just kind of factor. You do some quick math, and you'll come to a conclusion on what you need, or what you need to pay for, or how much you might want to take out the ATM. And speaking on that, don't bring no cash, don't bring no American dollar. Come down here, find a bank, find an ATM.
Yep.
Hey, pop it in. It automatically converts your money to their currency, and you're good. And I checked. This ain't me just talking. I checked. I pulled the money out. I think I took out like maybe 300 mil. Sounds like it's a bag, a big bag. 300 mil. Check my account. Later on, we're using the app or what have you. It's like $92, $93.
Yep.
And believe me, it went a long way. So please keep that in mind. It's not hard to tell, 50 mil, $13-14, and that was my baseline. You can use whatever baseline you like. Of course, there's currency conversion.
So of course, your money goes a long way here, no
yes.
matter what.
Yes, absolutely. So you can check for yourself, is my point. You know, but yeah, it goes a long way. So that's my story.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's get on a good subject. One of the top subjects that everyone wants to know.
Okay.
Especially, a lot of the guys, that check out these videos or so, especially on YouTube. One of the biggest things they want to know about the women here.
Okay. All right.
So what's your feel on the women here?
Women are gorgeous. Women are breathtaking. Very shapely for a multitude of reasons. In abundance. For the most part, I'm sure is what men love, right? I mean, I don't know the ratio, but but from what I've seen is plenty of women, plenty of women for everybody's enjoyment, right? I think they're, again, hospitable. From my experience, they've been very hospitable, very friendly, very open, very talkative. Hey, they'll come talk to you. Like it's not necessarily the other way around, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, it was all love, it was all kosher, so to speak, and, fresh and clean, with it or what have you, I mean, I don't see any man coming down here, and not being able to enjoy themselves if that's what they coming down for, not to be able to, court a woman or what have you, a Colombian woman.
What about the skin ratio or so? Like complexions or so? Have you seen here? Like, have you seen different types of skin complexions or which one is dominant? Because we know that Medellin is always going to be one type of one of the main skin, the lighter skin of women. But did you get a chance to see anything different as well?
Absolutely. I mean, definitely. You have your Black Latinos, Black Colombians in particular. Or what have you, beautiful just the same, no different, man. Of course, you're medium brown complected, long hair, again, shapely, very shapely, all sizes, very, very engaging, and man, it's a complete plethora down here of women, for your enjoyment again, so I don't think you can't, like, you're gonna get a mix of whatever you like, whatever floats your boat. They have it down here in Medellin, okay, for real, like for real. So again, brothers, come down, check it out, have an open mind, and learn Spanish. All right.
Yeah. And touching on that about Spanish, so how do you feel learning Spanish? How will it affect you being here in Colombia? Is it well worth to learn Spanish while you're here, or do you need a little bit of non-Spanish to move around?
Well, definitely. You have to learn it. You have to learn it, especially if I'm talking to American guys or whomever's listening. You have to learn Spanish. You should learn it anyway. Being in America, because it is a large Spanish-speaking population there. But in Colombia, yeah, you're definitely gonna need to know it, or what have you. Or hey, you bring a friend that Spanish-speaking or what have you. Or maybe your significant other Spanish-speaking or whomever. But I would recommend that very strongly. It is something. Communication in general is key in anything. Even if it's a short-term relationship, you just trying to order food. If you don't have an inkling of what you're looking for, then you're gonna have issues. What have you. But learning Spanish ain't hurt nobody. You learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that, at least to get you by. And you'll be fine or what have you. But again, people do try to help you. They will work with you, and there's apps for that. To convey your messages or what have you. So just keep that in mind, please.
Well, if you're not knowing Spanish, was it hard for you to maneuver around in the city or so, or was it still somewhat okay for you to move around?
Again, it was use your tools. You know what I'm saying? Use your tools. There are apps for this. There's apps to translate quickly, or what have you, on what you need or what have you. They're technically sound just the same as Wi-Fi everywhere. Keep that in mind. There's Wi-Fi at a lot of the spots I went to. I was able to tap in or what have you, and you know, with that you can definitely, you know, GPS or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you could do a lot. But as far as the question goes, I mean, yeah, sometimes it can be difficult, but again, use your tools, you know, do what you have to do to be able to communicate. Hand signals, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, you know, hey, right. Do what you got to do, man. You know, eat, you know, whatever. You know, just do what you have to do to communicate. You know, and it's just like with anything. You know, you have to learn a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? If you want to progress or what have you. So I wouldn't say to let the language bog you down, though. Don't let that be a deterrent. You know, or what have you. You know. Again, come down.
Of course, it's good to have the knowledge of Spanish.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Is the basis you should know a little bit anyway. But you know, when you come down, hey, you know, try to brush up on it even more, or what have you, and because it is, you know, predominantly or solely almost Spanish speaking. So don't let that deter you, man. Just come down. You know, man, like I said, use your tools, use those apps or what have you, and you'll be able to get by.
With this being a third world country, how do you feel about the technology here? Does it compare with America, or you think that they're, you know, on the same level, or anything of that nature? What's your feeling on that?
Nah, I would say they're on the same level. I mean, look, I don't know how to break down as far as like, you know, the speed, you know, or what have you of online or the internet or what have you, but it's pretty much on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Again, you have your Wi-Fi, phones everywhere, cell phone, everybody on their cell phone. So, I mean, it's not like you're going to come here and, you know, they still throwing rocks or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they got cans with strings and shit out of, like, nah, man.
Riding on stone and everything.
Right, yeah, that's not the deal. Right, that's not the deal, man. You know, like, they got plenty of tech stores. Like, I go to the mall and it's practically a whole mall full of tech stores, you know, or have computer stores, phone stores, you know, whatever, you know, for accessories or the actual product, computers or phones or what have you. So nah, man, they very tech savvy, very aware, you know, of new technology and stuff like that, and you know, even, you know, music, they up on stuff, man, quickly, like, so you're not gonna be losing anything coming here, you know, or what have you. You know, there's nothing that's gonna be taken away, you know, from it or what have you. Again, use your tools. You know, they have everything that you'll need. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you'll need, especially to have a good time. Yep. Again, this is vacation for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you come out here and it's just like going to an island almost. Well, considering this is inland, it's more like a beautiful inland, like, you know, spot or what have you, that's surrounded by mountains. So it's just a phenomenal feel. You know, it's a phenomenal feel, and you won't have to worry about any of that backwater, like what my man said. My man said third world. Like, man, that's deep. You know, I've been to third worlds before. Like, that's deep. This is nothing like it. You know, nothing like it. You know, so I think that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, yeah, you have your spots or what have you, but it's no different than any other city that you go to. No different.
So while we're here in Colombia, we had a chance to go to a couple of discoteques, of course, which is called clubs in America. And, you know, tell me, how did you feel about the discotheques here in Colombia, as far as the vibe that you felt, the women there, the people? How did you feel about that?
Discotex was they were interesting. Here's why. It was a lot of dancing, and reason why I say it was interesting is because I didn't expect the music to be on point, even though it was like, you know, it wasn't American music all the time. So the DJs was banging, like DJs was throwing out hits, and it was Latin music. I heard some reggae in on that, you know, a little bit of reggaeton or what have you, which, you know, I'm into or what have you. I might even heard some Afro beats in there. Okay, so it was a good, again, like almost like a melting pot of music. You know, it was a good mix or what have you. It wasn't like one way, you know. You know, how in the States you got your hip hop club, you got your reggae joints, you got your pop music or what have you. You know, this was like, it was a good mix, good vibe, and it was again, ton of dancing, drinks love. Another thing I like out here, drinks cheap. Like, man, cheap. Like, you're not breaking your wallet, for a cocktail. You know what I'm saying? You're really not. But again, that's, it's another story.
So before earlier you said that you will come back to Colombia. You will come back here to Medellin and enjoy yourself and so forth. Okay. So my question is, basically, after everything that you said, what are the key points that really made you want to make the decision and want to come back?
Oh man, everything. Look, plane ride, short plane ride, 5 to 6 hours, coming from Chicago. Come down, weather's beautiful all the time, beautiful, of course the ladies, love the ladies, place where I stay, Airbnb I got was beautiful. The scenery is to die for. Again, phenomenal. I'm a man that I love landscapes, or what have you, and that combined and coupled with the warm weather, again, the people, the culture, or what have you, the pricing is just, oh man, the pricing is probably the best part. Oh man, and just the enjoyment, what I'm saying? Just really, people that live free, and live for the moment. It was just, it was phenomenal. Not to mention, it's a little additional tidbit. Came down, we're down here, right? We're down here doing Halloween, okay? Halloween, banging, streets filled with people, just enjoying themselves, costumes galore, so all love, all just having a great time, dancing. It's just interesting to see, how everybody come together in the street and really enjoy themselves with no nonsense, wasn't no violence, what I'm saying, wasn't no craziness going on, it was almost like the equivalent to like a Mardi Gras, like Bourbon Street, but like on a wider scale, what have you.
So you basically felt very safe here.
Oh yeah. I'm never worried about safety, but yeah, very safe, no problems, no concerns, nothing, and again, it was, man, the holiday made it that much more, special, or what have you, as far as in the discos.
And of course, I want to throw out there that we were in the tourist area, so he felt very safe in the tourist area. Of course, outside the tourist area is a little different, but felt very, very safe in the tourist area.
But we did go to, we went to a couple of discos in your regular area, non-tourist area, which was love too. It was love too. It was all good. So I don't feel unsafe or what have you. And again, I've been to third world countries I've been to countries where they were just coming out of a war, a civil war. So again, that coming here was nothing. Nothing like what I really had experienced, from, past trips. So, no, I think the safety is always a concern, but, here, very minimal. Again, very enjoyable. The discos are phenomenal. They're nice, man. Play a great mix of music. Even went to a couple of them that have like different levels, so they play different music styles or what have you. And it was just phenomenal. I mean, low cost to get in, real low, compared to the dollar, and I think you have a good time.
Yeah. Well, I gotta thank you so much for doing this interview with me. Sure. Definitely, and I'm actually glad that you actually came out here to enjoy Colombia, all the fruits of being here, and it's just, it's phenomenal. I love being here. I've been here over 20 times, and it's just, it never gets old to me every time I come here to Colombia, especially Medellin. This is like my favorite spot. I've been to a couple of other cities here in Colombia, from Cartagena, Barranquilla, Santa Marta, Bogota. I've been to also San Andreas Islands. So, but I always come back here to Medellin because I just love it here. So, but once again, I got to thank you again for sitting down to this interview with me, for coming out. This is the Solo Traveler. This is I want to thank you guys for watching this. Please like, share. Comment anything you want to add. But besides that, we out.
Deuces.